So my first video of 2019 is a review of a 2018 movie. It's only January, so I think I'm allowed to do this. So Bird Box has taken the world by storm. Everybody is talking about this movie. You go on IMDb, it's the #1 movie in the world. Like every time I see a TV spot for Aquaman saying you have to go see the #1 movie in the world, like no. You're number two. Aquaman, I love you, but you're number two. Bird Box right here, a Netflix movie. That's the #1 movie right now. And that's just crazy. Like every time, I feel like every time Netflix release a somewhat decent horror movie, it's gonna blow up. Like everybody will be talking about it, calling it the scariest movie they've ever seen, the scariest movie ever made, blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, just stop. You're just overhyping the movie right now, and that's bad. I'll tell you why. Bird Box, as a movie, it's good. It's a pretty well-made horror movie. It's extremely well acted, especially by Sandra Bullock and Trevante Rhodes. Really, really well directed. There are some really intense, really high tension scenes. I thought they have a pretty decent script. The narrative is smart of how to just going back and forth from present day to, the times where the event first happened. I thought going back and forth was pretty smart, and I thought overall it was a really well made and really good horror movie. It's one thing to watch a movie with no expectation and just enjoy the movie for what it is. It is another thing to watch a movie expecting some mind-blowing spiritual, like religious experience, expecting it to be the scariest movie of the year, and it turns out it's not, and you're just left disappointed. And that feeling makes you think that you don't like the movie, but when in fact the movie is good, is well made, well directed, well acted. But because in your head you were just telling yourself like, oh my god, I'm about to see this like super great movie, and turns out it's pretty good. It's just good. This reminded me of that time where Netflix released a movie called Veronica. It's a Spanish movie, I think, or Portuguese. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was a Spanish movie, a foreign movie, about this like haunted, about this girl, this teenage girl who played this spiritual games with her friends, and a spirit sort of latched onto her, and it was a pretty damn good horror movie. But like everybody just was so hyping it up, like scariest movie ever made, right? Go on Twitter, hashtag Veronica, scariest movie ever made, blah blah blah. And when I watched it, I was like, y'all just overhyping this movie, and you're not doing anybody any favor, because a bunch of people is gonna see this movie expecting the scariest movie ever made or scariest movie of the year and whatnot, and it's just not. The same thing happened here with Bird Box. It's a good movie. I'm not gonna lie, it's a really well made movie, but the scariest movie of the year? No. I've seen Hereditary, I've seen Quiet Place, scarier and better movies. So if you're one of those people who's calling Bird Box the scariest movie of the year or even the scariest movie you've ever seen, you're either have not seen enough horror movie, which is fine, or you're just overhyping this movie. And if you're one of those people, here's my advice: stop. Okay, you're not doing anybody any favor. Bird Box has a really cool and original concept. I thought the performance for the most part were really, really great, especially Sandra Bullock and Trevante Rhodes. There are two kid actors, and I thought they did a really, really good job. The movie is scary, but not scariest movie ever made. It's just overhyped. It's just all hype. Toward the end, I think they kind of chicken out a little bit. The way they end the movie is a bit too cheesy and too cheap. Like I feel like they sort of taken the cheap route. It's too easy. That's what I'm trying to say. Like the ending is just too easy. But overall, I enjoy Bird Box. I think it's pretty good. And if you have not seen the movie, don't go in expecting the scariest movie of the year or even ever made, as some people are saying on the internet. It's not, okay? It's not the scariest movie ever made. It's just a decent horror movie. That's it. Hey guys, if you got a chance to see Bird Box, let me know in the comment section how you feel about it. Did you like it? Did you not like it? I am having the time of my life. Looking at Bird Box memes on Twitter. And if you enjoyed this review, it's not really a review, it's just something that I really wanted to say. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. With that being said, I'll see you soon.